Okay, good morning everyone. Today we're going to learn about pie charts, okay? So, let's see what we say, can we cover about pie chart. Okay, before that I need to get a paper. Okay, so that's a paper. Okay, so pie chart, to do pie chart, one most important thing you need a protractor. Okay, without protractor you can't do, you need a calculator. Okay, because I just cut this short, okay, I don't want to go through this ingredient introduction. Okay, so what is pie chart? Okay, we have learned on the previous class about histogram. Okay, sorry, we have learned bar charts, then we learned pictogram. Okay, actually pie chart is another form of representation of the frequency table. Okay, so it's the same thing, it's just that that one is in a box shape, this one is in a circle shape. Okay, so there's few components that you need to know. Okay, this is a core paper, so I don't know how the question will come out. Sometimes it come out this way, sometimes it might different a bit. Okay, first step for you to do a pie chart, you must have this table, a drink and event and a frequency table. This is compulsory, you must have. Okay, so sometimes they will give you this diagram pre-drawn for you, or sometimes you have to draw yourself. Okay, I'll cover two examples also here together. Okay, this is one that has been drawn for you. Okay, if you notice, they deduct to you, they give you in a 10 partition. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, 10 partition. That means they want you to fit this information into this pie chart. Okay, so how do you fit in? Okay, there's few ways you can do. One way you can do is, okay, if you notice, we have to find what's the total frequency here. Okay, then only we can know how many section are we going to take. So 6 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3. Okay, I try to go step by step. So first step, you need to know how many total we have here. So we have 20. So now our idea, this 20 I want to put into this 10 pieces. Okay, there's a 10 section here, so this 20 I want to put into this 10 section here. So how do I put this 20 into 10 section? First you need to do what is, you need to find one section represent how much. To find one section represent how much, 20 divided by 10. So they will tell you one section, okay, represent 2 unit. Okay, so next we need to know this one how many unit, this one how many unit, then we can do. So one section represent 2 unit. Okay, so that means if you got 6 means how many unit it is, 6 divided by 2, that means it will take 3 section. Then for here 7 divide 2, I will get 3.5 section. And then for here, okay, I think you can't see, let me just zoom it for you. Okay, and for this will be 4 divided by 2, so I will get 2 section here, and then the last one will be 3 divided 2, I get 1.5 section. Okay, that means out of 10 section, okay, out of 10 section, I will form 3 section, 3.5 section, 2 section, 1.5. When you sum all of these, it must give you 10. So what now you do, you translate this to a diagram lah. Okay, so we take the easy one first. This is 3, right? So 1 2 3, so up to here, okay, is the T. Okay, and then now you can draw. Okay, you see they draw it slightly different, doesn't matter. Orientation can be T, go here, go there, doesn't matter, but as long as you get the shape right. 3 done. Now we look for the 2. So 2 section taken by milk. Okay, now the headache part is the 3.5 and 1.5, so we take the 1.5. So 1 section and 1.5 section gone for cola, and then we have 1 2 3 3.5. There you go. Okay, that's for the coffee. Okay, so next question you'll be asking me, sir, how do I actually divide this pie chart into 10 section? Do I use protractor? I need to measure the angle or what? No need. Okay, this one they will give you as an example. They'll give you in the question. If they didn't give you, no need to do this section. We will do the next example. Okay, so I repeat again what I have explained here. There's two type. One is they give you section, then you need to plus all this frequency. Find out one section take how much of the frequency. Like we do what? We know we got 10 section, right? So frequency total is 20. So 20 divided by 10, we get one section is 2 units. So I need to know how many section left. So what I do, I take 6 divide 2, I know 3 units, so and forth. Then I just join the section. That's all. Okay, if this question come out, it's very easy to do. But when this question come out, okay, this question is, I personally prefer this rather than that section. Okay, so for this, maybe let me get my marker, then we can do together. Okay, so you can learn, I can learn, all of us can learn. Okay, so like I said, this table must come up first. Okay, so how do you come up with this table? Like this, since this is an example that by the textbook they already come up for you, usually won't come out lah. You notice or not? They're like this all. Okay, you have to translate this to the table. Something like that will happen. Okay, but I think for IG level they won't come up like, it's too time consuming for you to come. They usually give you this table already. So from the table you need to go. So our idea now is that we want to draw a pie chart. Okay, they already said draw a pie chart to illustrate this data. So we got this table now here. Okay, so what will happen? I will just draw the table here quickly for you. Okay, we have train, we have bus, we have car, we have ship, we have plane here. So I have few here. Okay, I have 24, I have 12, I have 59, I have 11, I have 14 here. Okay, so this thing I want to convert it to a pie chart. So like I said earlier, our pie chart is given by section, but here it didn't give you section. So what you need to do, you need to actually come up the pie chart by yourself. Okay, so first step what we do, to do a pie chart you need a protractor. Okay, because why, we need to compute the angle. Okay, so as we learn somewhere in our maths or your maths, okay, I'm not going to use protractor to draw this because it's just a circle. So a circle total angle is how much, guys? Okay, total angle is 360. So what we're going to do, we're going to express all this frequency in terms of angle, then easier for you to express. So for that you need to plus all first. Okay, so 24 plus 12 plus 59 plus 11 plus 14. Okay, so I get 120. So total frequency total frequency is 120. So I need to know one frequency take how many angle, then I can compute easily. I repeat again, one frequency take how many angles. So to do that I need to write like this, 360 divided by 120. Okay, so 360 divided by 120, I will get 3. Okay, so that means one frequency is equivalent to 3 degree. So now what I need to do, I need to convert all of this to become in terms of angle. So what I'm going to do, 24 times 3. Okay, rubbish, 24 times 3. Okay, I get 72. So that means this is 72 degree. Then 12 times 3, this is 36 degree. Then 59 times 3, this is 177 degree. 11 times 3 is 33 degree. Then 14 times 3, which is, oh my god, 14 times 3, 42 degree. So all we got in degree already, right? So now we can just actually use our protractor and draw. I'm just going to teach you how we do it. Okay, so I will draw the circle first. Okay, next question, student like to ask me, sir, do I need to show this step? Yes, all the steps that I show you, you must show. You cut down anything, your marks will be cut accordingly. Okay, you must show how you get this angle, and then you must show how you get the per unit, so and forth. So you take a protractor, first do the axis first. Okay, must like this lah. You want to do like this or this, up to you. Okay, so you start first with any one of them. Okay, I touch 72. So put this as your center, so you go put measure 72. So 72 should be somewhere here, then you join to your center. Okay, so this one is for train, and then for the 36 you go lah, from here you continue. Okay, remember be careful from here you look another 36. So to look 36 a bit hard if you put like this. So what I will do, I'll reset back. Okay, I'm going to put it like this so I can see things easier. Okay, so you start back from 0, so 36 should be somewhere here. Okay, so I'll join here. This is my bus. Okay, now I want to find for car, right? Car is 177. So again you put like this so that you can keep resetting it by yourself. Okay, without you go and plus. Okay, so 0 to 177 should be somewhere here. Okay, so we got ready. So this is by car all the way lah. You can use this as a construction, right? So you can erase it. Now we got ship with this 33. Okay, so we need to reset again. Make sure you see how I'm drawing. Okay, so we reset again. So 0 to 33 should be somewhere here. Then you can join it. Okay, so that's a shape. And then the last one, balance, no need lah. It should be that answer. Okay, plain, done. This is how you draw a pie chart lah. Okay, so if you see, it's just a bit different, but doesn't matter. I mean, not a bit different. It's the same thing, just how we orientate only. Okay, so how usually teacher or we will check. We'll have a tracing paper. Okay, we already draw everything, the angle. We'll rotate lah until we reach to your thing, and then we will know what is going on there. Okay, or no means we will just take a protractor, put and measure. This is how usually in teachers will check lah. Why I tell you how teacher will check, so that you be careful when you draw. You don't simply shoot the angle. Okay, so the angle is very important. This is how you do a pie chart. Let me think, do I miss anything or not? I didn't miss anything. Okay, I've covered everything in pie chart. So now that we're done with pie chart, okay, return to the zoom back. I will select some exercise or see how. Okay, I think I'll select some exercise now. Oh yeah, Miss Mirisa prepare some exercise already. You do that. Okay, and then we will continue with I think scatter diagram I'll go through now, okay, because it won't take very long for us to talk about scatter diagram. Okay, since we are here, let me just talk about scatter diagram. There's few things you need to know about scatter diagram. What is scatter diagram actually? Okay, scatter diagram actually is a diagram where the point is all scattered around. Okay, those who, I mean, all of you students who with me for very long time. Okay, so you know how to draw graph. Okay, so I'm just going to draw one graph here. Usually when you draw a straight line graph, okay, you must have you must sorry, ignore this. You will have all the point touching to each other, correct or not? But there has some point of time, okay, you will have a graph where the points are not touching. It's everywhere. Okay, it will be everywhere, and we can't draw just to, you know, draw connect zigzag zigzag. I already said it must be a straight line. So this kind of situation we call scatter diagram. So scatter diagram, that means the point is everywhere. So there is few theories you must know. Okay? So one theory, you can see a pattern here. Okay, it's like a beehive. Okay, you can see the beehive is moving towards upward. So let me just zoom it for you so you can see better. Okay, I moved the textbook here. Okay, so you see this is like a beehive, and this beehive is moving towards up. So now beehive moving towards up, we have learned if a line is slanted towards up, then this is a positive gradient. That means we call this a positive correlation. Okay, because it's going up. Now you see this is like a thunder going downwards. It's pretty obvious it's going down, so we call negative correlation. And the last is zero. Why we call this zero? This is like the constellation or the galaxy. It's scattered everywhere. You can't see any sort of pattern here. Okay, so this kind of situation we call zero correlation, because we cannot make any conclusion on this. This is everywhere. Okay, why we do this is because usually we want to look at bank chart, forex, maybe some blood data or samples or engineering figures. Okay, you will get either one of this. Okay, we can make a very general conclusion, like if you see a beehive, you can say a positive. If you see a thunder, you can see a negative, or if you see a beehive going down also, you can tell negative. But this is totally absurd. There's no form you can make from this. Okay, so we call this zero correlation. So why you need to know this? Usually in your exam will come out, they'll give you one of this diagram, and then they'll ask you, or they'll ask you draw this scattered diagram, and then they'll tell you, please tell me this scattered diagram is positive, negative, or zero. So usually students are like to ask me, do we have any other than this three or not? My answer is no, we only have three: positive correlation, negative correlation, zero. Only these three. Okay, we don't have anything more than that. Okay, next part I want to cover is the line of best fit. Okay, so I'm not going to draw this graph because it's time consuming. You can do, okay, and you don't know, you can ask me, of course. Okay, so a line of best fit. So if you see your exercise here, this is your exercise in your textbook. Okay, let me zoom out. Okay, so you see there's a big table here. They basically ask you to plot this entire table. Okay, so when you plot this entire table, it will be everywhere. You see, it will look something like this, and then they'll ask you, you see, they'll tell you draw the line, or they will ask you, see, draw the line of best fit. So what is actually line of best fit? Line of best fit, you try to connect as many points as you can, and then make sure you balance the best you can. You see here, you see they draw a straight line, and they also try to connect as many points as they can, and they make sure we have few points here and few points here. They must balance. That means maybe you don't need to go count, just estimate that will do. Okay, like you see, you can see about they have equal number of point here, equal number of point here, and you draw. Okay, you cannot draw a line, you know, like so biased, like you draw like this. Okay, you draw like this, for example, you draw like this, only one point here, the rest all up there. Cannot. Okay, that's the rule of line of best fit. Line of best fit, like you see here, we try to draw in many, at the same time we divide the left side and the right side have same amount of point there. Okay, so these are the things that we want to look at. So left side and right side have same amount of points there, and then we connect as many points as you can. That is about scatter diagram. Okay, nothing much important about scatter diagram. If you see, it's not even a subtopic there, it's just a theory there is being said. Okay, so some exercise from here will be given to you as well, you can do later on. Okay, I think we'll just go forward because one video is much better than many video. Okay, so now moving forward, let's look at our what we call that, histogram. Okay, so for histogram, let's see. Okay, for histogram, there's a few difference between histogram and bar chart. Some of you will think that, hey sir, it's look the same with the bar chart, sir. So how so different is a histogram with a bar chart? Okay, let me just zoom for you. Okay, so you see this is what we learned last time. Okay, we learned somewhere front here. Okay, see pie chart, bar chart, see bar chart. So we have bar chart, and then now we have histogram. So what's the difference between the two? If you see our textbook already highlighted, okay, I'm gonna zoom it for you. Okay, they highlighted, they said, okay, histogram looks similar with bar chart, but there are three fundamental different. No gaps. That means you remember in your histogram when you draw, there's a gap. Okay, in bar chart you draw it as a gap, but in histogram we won't have a gap. Another one thing, they say the horizontal axis is a continuous scale. What they mean continuous scale? Like here we just put the event January, February, March, April, May, or we put tea, coffee, or blah blah blah. But here in histogram we won't do that. We will get a proper class. Okay, I'll talk later a little bit about this class, and then last thing, the area represent the class frequency. Okay, this thing is not important. I think the most significant difference that you can see, bar chart has a gap, histogram have no gap. So this one you must remember. Okay, if you ask me how do I know, the question will specify to you usually in your exam. Okay, they will tell please draw a bar chart. So when draw a bar chart you must make sure there is a gap there, and then when they ask you draw histogram there shouldn't be a gap there, it should be a continuous bar chart here. Okay, so let's see what I'm lacking of. Okay, I want to reiterate something very important here. So what's the most important thing here? The class the class width. What I mean class width, if you see what's the gap at here, guys? Okay, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So the class gap here is 5. Here also the class gap is 5, 4 to 5, 5, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. Okay, sorry, the class gap is 4 actually. Okay, so here is 4, here is 4, here is 4, here is 4. So that means you can say the class gap is actually the same. I repeat, 4, 4, 4, 4. So the class size is same because 4 minus 0 is 4, 8 minus 4 is 4, 12 minus 8 is 4, 16 minus 12 is 4. Let's do some example here. Here the class gap all is same. Okay, 130 minus 120 is 10, 140 minus 130 is 10, 150 minus 140 is 10, 160 minus 150 is 10, 170 minus 160 is 10. So you notice the class gap is always the same. Moving forward here also same, 10 minus 0 is 10, 20 minus 10 0, 30 minus 20 0, 40 minus 30 0. So what I'm trying to tell you, in this histogram if you notice, your class size is the same throughout. What if the class size is not the same? You won't believe you have a point where unequal width. Like for example, I will cover this later. I just want to show you a glimpse of idea. See, 10 minus 8 is how much? 2. 12 minus 10, 2. 15 minus 2, plot twist already, 3. Then 17 minus 5, plot twist already, 4. So and 4.